Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we are going to make the trending sushi bake, and this is my version. Our first ingredient is crab stick. This is available at any Asian market in the frozen section. Next ingredient is scallops. You may also use the small ones if you don't feel like dicing the big ones. We're going to need mayonnaise, preferably Japanese mayonnaise, some rice vinegar, sesame oil, and of course our sushi rice, and furikake of any flavor you prefer. We're gonna need a little bit of cream cheese, some sour cream, some fish eggs, also known as masago or tobiko. We're also going to add some diced ripe mangoes, some green onions for garnishing, and some diced cucumber for freshness. And finally, seasoned seaweed sheets. Let's begin by washing our hands and saying a prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Let's cook our sushi rice. The ratio for water and rice is 1:1. Today, I'm actually making a big batch for my family, but for one tray, you will only need about 3 cups of sushi rice. We're going to de-starch our rice and polish it, as the Japanese people say, by rinsing it with water until the water is almost clear. After rinsing it like 8 times, I'm just kidding, maybe about 4 times, this is good enough. You don't have to have a rice cooker to cook rice. You can cook it in a regular pot with a lid on a stove. Let's start shredding our crab sticks. I have to remind you guys that I'm making a big batch for my family, so you're not going to need this much crab sticks for one tray. I will have the recipe for one tray below this video. I also want to add that you may slice the crab sticks in half after you shred them with the fork, which I completely forgot in this video. And this is how I ended up cutting my crab sticks, and it's perfectly okay. The reason being is because we are serving this dish as bite-sized pieces, so it's best to keep them short. But if you don't feel like doing it, it's perfectly fine too. Since I only had the large scallops, I'm going to dice them to make all the slices uniform. We're now going to start combining ingredients for our topping. In goes the crab sticks, the diced scallops, some Japanese mayo. Remember that this is for 2 trays, guys. I'm going to have the recipe for 1 tray below this video. In goes the sour cream, cream cheese, the masago or tobiko fish eggs, a bit of sesame oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. I also want to add that if you like it spicy, you may also add Sriracha sauce at this point. For the cream cheese, I suggest that you can take it out about 20 to 30 minutes prior to prepping so that it will soften up and it will be easier to mix it in. Let's now season our sushi rice. We're going to add some seasoned rice vinegar, which will add some sweetness and some tang to it. A little bit of sesame oil for that umami flavor. I didn't feel the need to add salt and pepper to it because we are going to add furikake on top of it later. We are now ready to build our sushi bake. Here I just brushed a little bit of sesame oil on each tray just to prevent the rice from sticking to it. We don't want to layer it with too much rice, so we're going to do about half of an inch thick. This is a trick to prevent your rice from sticking to your spoon. Dip your spoon into the water and gently press on the rice and level it. Check to see if your rice is not too thick or thin. Now we're going to spread our furikake to add more flavor to our sushi rice. Now we're going to add our crab stick and scallops mixture. It's now ready to go in the oven. We are going to broil it under 500 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes. Be sure to put it in the middle rack so it's not too close to the top to prevent burning. After 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is, this is how it should look like. Let's layer in our cucumbers and mangoes for freshness. Adding a little bit of mayo for decoration purposes. Green onions for garnishing. A little bit more of furikake. And some cut up seasoned seaweed or nori sheets. And our sushi bake is ready for the party.